What's up, guys? Welcome to the 10th episode of the Friday Night Gospel Show. I'm so hyped that you clicked on this video. We're going to hop right in. We got 3 awesome segments today. For our first segment, we have our new segment we introduced last week. It's Let's React. And this week, I got some fire vids loaded up for us today. We got some worship fail vids. Now, being actually on the worship team here at Impact Church, I can definitely going to be able to relate with a lot of these. But I'm really excited. Let's see what we got. Got our first one here. And we got, all right, sounds pretty good. And we got this absolutely massive cloud of smoke. Oh my goodness. And that's exactly why we don't have a fog machine. And that's exactly why I do not want to ever have a fog machine, because that's just way too much. First of all, it's not even good for you, the fog. It's just chemicals. And secondly, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, literally, it's a cloud. That's totally outrageous. Let's jump into the second video. All right. Oh boy. Yeah. Let's play that again. Oh my goodness. So basically, what that is they have auto-tune set up for their vocals. So basically, the guy talking, the auto-tune is trying to change the pitch to something in the key that they're singing in, and so it sounds exactly like a robot. And that's also exactly why using auto-tune for a live session is very difficult sometimes, because you have moments like that where it can get just a little bit dicey. That was outrageous, and I'm sure there's plenty of those that we're going to be seeing coming up. Let's look at the next one we got here. Let's see here. Okay. Guitarist is going for it. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, it's starting to go off here. Yikes. Can he pull it back? Oh boy. Oh my. Okay. And in classic guitarist fashion, he had to shred at the end. I'm trying to make up for it because he was probably really frustrated. But yeah, that's funny. He was just in the total wrong key. He literally could not make his way back to the right scale. So that was funny. And honestly, it's like the biggest stereotype of guitarists. At the end of every solo, you gotta shred a little bit, especially after you mess up. You gotta feel like you gotta overcompensate. But yeah, that was a good one. Let's see what we got on the next one. Okay. Yikes! Oh wow! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That is, yeah. And I don't know if you guys caught that at the end there. He literally threw his pick. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's why any guitarist out there, you need strap locks. I don't care if you have them built into your guitar or they're just little rubber things that hold the strap. You need strap locks. If you look at different worship fails, there's literally tons of basses falling, guitars falling, acoustics falling. That's crazy. I really appreciate how he handled it. He just literally kept going. It sounded like the guitar smashed into a million pieces. So hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, that was a funny one. Let's go. Let's see what we got coming up next. All right, here we go. All right, they're going for it. There we go. We're building. All right. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. It was going so strong, and then the drummer just he missed the beat. Basically what happened was they're building, and the drummer came on one beat too soon. And then a part like that is very obvious because they're all supposed to be together, and that is, I think I've personally been in a moment like that before. I probably don't think anything that as bad as that extreme, because they could not get back on it. They kept going, and that's bad. Alrighty, I think we got one more here. Let's see. Here we go. Alright, little Lion the Lamb action. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Oh, who can stop the Lord? All right, here we go. Guitar part. Oh wow. Yep. All right. Oh yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Honestly, I respected that guy. I think he handled it probably the best way he possibly could have handled it. He just absolutely, it literally was a dropout for a guitar lick, and he absolutely flubbed it. But that's hilarious. I think he handled it really well. Just his face, and you just gotta, when you mess up that bad, you just gotta embrace it, because there's nothing you can do about it. And the people like they realize you mess up, but it's, at the end of the day, you're going to be more hard on yourself than the people, than the congregation. So you just got to put your hands up, be like, all right, it's okay. We'll take the L on that one. But yeah, that was this segment of Let's React. If you guys have any other kind of videos you want to see me react to, comment them down below, and I'll make a nice little compilation for the next time we do this segment, because I think I really like react to the videos. I think it's really cool. Moving into the next segment, we have our top 10. Last week, I did my top 10 of the top 100 artists from the year of 2023. This week, I'm going to be doing my top 10 worship songs of all time. Now, I'm going to preface this. I wanted to sprinkle in some oldies. There's definitely, obviously, it's personal bias because it's my top 10. And just when I think about my childhood, which songs are being played the most and what songs do I remember the most from childhood. And that I kind of liked the most when I was growing up. And then ones that I sing when we play now or I sing now and that I really like. So, again, there's obviously personal bias. So starting in at number 10, we have Our God by Chris Tomlin. Definitely, its song is kind of almost like, I don't want to call it a meme song, but it definitely is. It's played so much, but because at the time when it came out, I think it came out like around 2010 or something like that, which is crazy long ago. It's 14 years ago. Just solid song, solid words to the song, obviously, and just I think it's a really popular Christian song. That through how many years, it's still people know it. And yeah, it's a solid, I think it's my only Chris Tomlin song on the list, but yeah. So Our God, solid song. Number 9, I have The Stand by Hillsong. Again, even now I can listen to it and even playing it, especially musically. I do like the song for whatever reason. I like the chorus. Solid words. It's something that you could always listen to, and especially in a congregation, you can really get behind. And yeah, just solid words. All these songs I picked really have really solid words, and the meaning behind it is always going to be really strong. But The Stand, definitely more of a childhood nostalgia. When I was younger, Hillsong was definitely the biggest band at the time. So that is going to be number 9. Number 8 is a little bit of an interesting one. I have Goodness of God at number 8. This is a song that just keeps rising. When it came out, Bethel released their version in, I don't want to say like 2017, 2018, I want to say. Might be closer to 2019, might be around there, 2018, 2019. And it's obviously, I think we've all heard the song by now, right? It's an amazing song, but now it's actually like picking up steam again, and it's actually winning awards now, which is really interesting because other people are doing covers of it. But it's just such a good song. It talks about how good God is. And again, it's a song that I think will last for decades just because it just has how solid, how simple it is, how personal it is. That's why I have Goodness of God at number 8. Number 7, I have Above All. I think it's by Michael W. Smith. Someone else might have wrote it, but I think his is the most popular version, Above All. I think it's such an iconic chorus. When you hit the crucified, and it's just the climax going up into that chorus. It's so, I think from that era, I don't know if that was the 90s or early 2000s, probably more the 90s. That's probably my favorite song from that time period. I think I have one coming up that's from the same time period, but when I think it's just this song, I think as an older song, quote unquote. I know it's not a hymn or anything, but that's definitely one of my favorite songs. Number 6, another Hillsong banger. It's From the Inside Out. And I think this is I believe this is my last Hillsong. Actually, the next one's a Hillsong song, but it's a different generation. From the Inside Out, again, growing up, this is a classic, a banger. Just, one you put on, and when I remember when I was younger, definitely in church, that was one that was played a lot, especially when I was growing up. So this one I have a lot of nostalgia towards. And it's, again, a solid song, interesting music. And yeah, that's why it's at number 6. It's a middle-of-the-pack song. It's a little bit older. I didn't want to put like Goodness of God above this, just because Goodness of God is still a little bit newer. So that's why Inside Out, From the Inside Out, is at number 6. Number 5, I have Shout to the Lord. Now this is going to be, I know I said Above All, Shout to the Lord and Above All are kind of from the same time period, but I don't know, for some reason in my mind, I just look at Shout to the Lord as a Hillsong song, but that definitely is 90s, early 2000s. But again, Darlene Zschech, what an amazing pioneer in worship. What an amazing pioneer in just the way worship sounds today. What a song. Again, another one you can play at anywhere and almost at any church, and you will get a reception from this song because it's just a powerful song of praise. And again, the words are just so good. And yeah, that's the middle of the pack right there. I couldn't see it go any higher. I didn't want to put it really. I could probably swap that with Above All if I really wanted to, but it just felt right at number 5. Number 4, I have Great Are You, Lord. Now, for some of us who've been hearing this song so much over the last 8 years, we're like, oh, Great Are You, Lord. Yeah, I get it, but the whole reason why you're hearing it so much is because it's such a good song. Right? Again, it's the bridge is an anthem. The chorus is just so good. It's just a worldwide accepted worship song from churches, and it's just really powerful. And there's so many different versions out there. People love the song, and I love the song too. So that's why number 4 is Great Are You, Lord. Number 3 is Lion and the Lamb. Now, of this modern worship, this is the song that I look back to. This is like the pinnacle of Bethel. Also just in that 2016, 2017 era, this is a song that was like the hot song that I was really into. I actually really liked a lot. And again, musically, it's really interesting, which I do also appreciate, as worship music can be stale sometimes and kind of boring. But Lion and the Lamb, such a solid song. Again, words on point, but just so interesting to listen to, especially the Bethel version. Leland, and an incredible vocalist. And yeah, that's why it's on number 3 for me. I didn't want to put it in my top 2, but it's got to be top 5 above Great Are You, Lord, just because it's a little more interesting musically. Number 2, I have Revelation Song. Now when I think about my childhood, this is the song that I can think of countless people singing. Because I didn't even listen to the song on the record. I think I listened to the song from someone in the church before I ever heard it playing on a radio, a CD, whatever. I always heard this song in church. So when I think about growing up and think about going to church, this is the song I think about. And it's just a powerful song. Again, I think this is universally an old banger. I think it was Carrie Job who sang it, and one of her first bigger songs. Nothing much more I can say about the song. I just think it's a really solid song, and one that you always got to bring into the fold every now and then, especially on a Sunday morning. And now number 1, this is going to be a really interesting one, but when I think about a song that I will probably be able to listen to 40 years from now, just because it's not like crazy in terms of musically, just like this era. It's definitely a good blend, and the words are really solid. It's Living Hope. Now, when I was thinking about the number 1, when I was thinking about the list, this one was like the first song that popped in my head. And I'm like, this has to be on the list. So in my mind, I'm like, I kind of made it my number 1. I'm like, this has to be on the list. It's just, again, the word's so powerful, theologically so strong. And it just sings about what Jesus did, who Jesus is for us. And again, leading the song, it's always so powerful. And just, yeah, this song, again, when the words speak about what Jesus did and what he's done for us, it's an incredible song. And it's, you really can't go wrong. And then just for whatever reason, it really resonates with me a lot more than some other songs that are in similar fashion to this song. But that's why Living Hope is my number 1 song of my top 10 worship songs of all time. Alrighty, moving swiftly along. We've got one segment left today, and that's going to be our dinner chat segment. Now, I'm just going to be bringing a little bit of a topic up for you guys today, and that's going to be, what does it look like to be a witness for Jesus as a believer, right? Do we value what being a witness is as a believer? Do we value the aspect that is being a witness? We are called to do this like every day. This is what we're called to do, and it's not exclusive to a vocation. Meaning, just because you're someone in full-time ministry does not mean that is now your job. Jesus gave this mission to all of us. We read passages about spreading the good news, but it seems like, in my opinion, for years, America especially has really been slacking with just natural evangelism. It seems like a lot of the gospel that's out there in the mainstream is perverted, and what people think and who they think Jesus is not really who Jesus is. And that's from us being poor witnesses of who Jesus really is. I'm going to read a passage real quick, and this is from Isaiah 43:10. Let's see what he has to say. And it says this: "You are my witnesses, declares the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, so that you may know and believe me and understand that I am he. Before me no God was formed, nor will there be no one after me." Now we can have confidence because we have been chosen for such a time as this. Being a witness actually reinforces the faith that we have in Jesus. because we are standing on what he did for us. We're stretching our faith muscles. Every time we're witnessing, we are just being the light that he's called us to be. We're stretching our faith muscles because we're standing on what he's done for us, right? We can never say we aren't good enough or know enough, because once we accepted Jesus Christ as our Savior, that qualifies us to be a witness to share the good news, right? You don't have to be this many years in the faith. You don't have to read this many books of the Bible. To qualify yourself to be a witness, you have to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. And now I hope that as you do that, there's a cultivation to want to learn and to investing in your relationship with the Lord. But as soon as you accept Jesus, you have the mandate and the calling to be a witness wherever you go. And that just looks like being Jesus, being the light. That doesn't mean you have to have a mic on a mountain and start preaching. That means what's coming out of your mouth? How are you talking, right? What are your actions making people think you believe in? Like, the way you act, the way you treat people really has an effect on the way people look at you. But I hope that encourages you guys today. Being a witness, it's for us. As much as it is for the world, it's for us. So if that encourages you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Imagine in the South Jersey area, if we as Christians decided to be the right witness and the true witness of what Jesus calls us to be, of what Jesus calls us to be. Imagine how much would change in our area. And I'm going to leave you with that today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We have a couple really exciting things coming up at the end of the month, so you want to stay tuned for that. I'll announce it next week. But that's it for me, guys, today. I'll see you next week, and peace.